Hands down. Hands down. Hands down shit.
Welcome, guys, to Hands Down Sports here on YouTube. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. The All-Star game for the MLB just ended. The Home Run Derby, which my pick didn't pan out, but I want to talk about it and give you my thoughts on the best top 10 tight ends for this year, 2025, NFL football fantasy. Stay tuned, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hands Down Sports. All right, guys, real quick. Top 10, or at least my top 10 fantasy football tight ends for this year in 2025. If you don't like my ranking, let me know down below in the comments. If you think I should have moved one guy up or down, let me know in the comments, bro. You know what I mean? Let's have a convo. Because this is the position in fantasy football where there's only really like 4 guys that you want to have. And you're playing against, 11 other guys, sometimes 9 other guys in the league. Last year, of course, the Las Vegas Raiders had a rookie tight end that really showed off. I mean, he was a stud from the get-go. And, if you had him on your team, he helped you a lot. And that's the thing with this position. It's like, if you don't pick one of the top 3 to 4 tight ends, you're just hoping that the guy that you end up with has a great season. Maybe has 1 or 2 weeks that they do amazing. But at the end of the day, a lot of guys that play football fantasy, they don't bypass this position. It's just that they'll rather choose, running backs and wide receivers and even a quarterback before they even have a tight end on their squad. So, of course, number 1 is from the Las Vegas Raiders, which is, of course, Brock Bowers. He is the number 1 tight end, at least for me. I mean, the way that he produced last year, I think he has a better quarterback this year, better scheme, head coach is different. The Raiders, man, forget what they did in the past. I think they can have a solid season. The second best tight end would be Trey McBride out there in Arizona. Kyler Murray loves throwing him the ball. He's the type of dude that could get you 10 plus touchdowns. It's huge. Of course, to round off the top 3, I gotta go with my dude, one of the best tight ends for a long time, George Kittle out there in 49er land. I think would be a great pick. I think he's going in the 4th or 5th round. Someone told me they were able to choose him in a mock draft in the 6th round. To me, after this, it's like flip the coin, hit or miss. Even though there's some good players out there. I mean, they're professionals, right? They made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing bad about that. But George Kittle could have a massive season. You heard about Jennings. He's kind of like, deal me away or give me an extension. This is the last year of my contract. I've been playing good for y'all. You know what I mean? I was there in the Super Bowl, right? So hopefully Jennings gets a nice little $100 million so we can, let it go. But Ayuk is not going to be out there for 4 or 5 weeks. So George Kittle and Purdy, they got a good connection, bro. So you got to think about that. How the quarterback is really dealing out this stuff. My next number 4 is T.J. Hockenson out there in Minnesota. Yes, he was injured last year. But this time around, hopefully a full healthy season for him, and he's produced in the past, and he's still a young dude, so I consider him the 4th best one. My top 5 to round that off will be Sam Laporta out there in Detroit. This is his 2nd or 3rd season, I believe, and he did really good for Detroit. Now there's a lot of mouths to feed, you know what I mean? So Goff has to, get some plays in for him. Hopefully he scores, over 5 touchdowns it will be a huge help. The next guy for me is going to be Evan Ingram. You know what I mean? Evan Ingram from Denver Broncos, I think, can have a massive season, only because Bo Nix needs a little bit more help. The wide receiver core that he has, yes, they're good, but there's not one cut superstar. I mean, Sutton is going to be the one for him to look to first. But Ingram can have a great season. He was producing really nice for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yo, I don't mind picking him. I think you get him like in the 8th, 9th round of your draft. Bro, that would be nice. Now, number 7, I'll go with the experienced, the Super Bowl champ, Travis Kelce. That's my guy. I hope he bounces back from a slow year last year. But he could just be, a little bit better than decent, and you would be happy with his production. After that, I don't know about you guys, but Juno Smith looked nice back with the Dolphins, and then they traded him away to the Steelers. Now, Aaron Rodgers, I'm not too impressed now at this point of his career. I don't think he's the same. I mean, he might be trying to, prove a point that, I still got it. But I don't got too much faith in it. But Juno Smith is very solid tight end. After that, let me see here. That would be my number 8, right? Number 9, I'm going to go with Mark Andrews over there in Baltimore. Now, he had like 10 touchdowns, so I know that's going to be a huge help, but he's not going to get you a lot of yards. He's not going to get you a lot of catches. So you got to think about that when it comes to his production. And I think likely might take over the tight end like starting position. I think Andrews might come down a little bit. So we'll see. After that, my number 10, might get a little flack for this, my G, but I'm going to go with Njoku. David Njoku for the Cleveland Browns. Very solid. 8 years in the league. I know it's about the quarterback, really. Are you going to try to find them? I mean, who are your wide receivers out there? Njoku, he's produced, man. That's all I care about. That's my top 10. After that, Kraft out there in in Green Bay, Kincaid out there in Buffalo. If Kincaid doesn't produce this year, to the trash. You know what I mean? You know the situation over there. Let me see. Another dude that I like is from Indianapolis Colts, Tyler Warren. This is his rookie season, but they're high on him. I think they drafted him pretty high. Chicago should have a good tight end. His rookie, Colston Loveland. People are raving about him. I don't know too much about him, but I'll take a flyer, especially the round 15. You know what I mean? Jake Ferguson, he's solid. He's on the Cowboys. They're supposed to be a high-powered offense. They don't have like the superstar running back, but they have great wide receivers now, next to CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. And I think Ferguson is that number 3, that one that your man is going to be looking for. And then, of course, we got to talk about Kyle Pitts. Last year was supposed to be his year. We're going to give him one more try. One more, dogs. He's getting drafted like in round 13, 12, and stuff like that. So if you want to load up on wide receivers, running backs, maybe even get yourself 2 quarterbacks before you choose this guy as your starter. I wouldn't trust it too much, but he has to produce 1 year in his career, right? Like, oh yeah, remember that year? That was the year that Kyle Pitts went off, son. Hopefully it's this year, man. You know who's back there now. You know, it's really like a rookie quarterback with a gun, and he runs the ball. Man, yo, Atlanta Falcons, man, they got weapons, bro. But that's my top 10 with a little extra, here and there. They're good tight ends. They're not bad. It's just the numbers that they're going to produce compared to the top 3, Kittle, McBride, Bowers, is not going to be the same, man. You got to hope that they get 10 touchdowns to be relevant, or you make it to the championship and they score 40 fantasy points for you. All right, man. Well, that's my top 10. I don't know what y'all think about that, man. Tight end position to me is very difficult. As you can see, there's really only 3. You know what I mean? Do you got faith in Kelsey, Laporta, Hockenson, Juno? You know what I mean? Mark Andrews? I don't know, bro. Ingram, man. I think Ingram will be a great pick, man. For real. But anyways, appreciate y'all for listening, man. Stay tuned to my next segment. So I'm rocking the Phillies because Kyle Schwarber got the MVP of the Allstar game. And I think they gave it to him because, he hit the game-winning home run in that, extra inning thing, which is pretty cool. I mean, for the All-Star game, you get only 3 hitters. They only get 3 swings or 3 hits, and see one of those 3, if they're home runs, they count on the board and see what happens at the end. So Schwarber hit like 3 home runs. So 3 hits, 3 home runs. Plus it was the game winner because the American League couldn't, pull it off at the end. They were down by 1 home run, but it is what it is. Now in the home run derby, if you saw my last video, I was going with my mains, Jazz Chisholm Jr., to win it because of that bling. That you know what I mean? It kind of looked kind of weird on the winner, which was Kyle Riley, who is the home run leader in the league right now. And I think that happened 3 times. I think it was Mark McGwire, Ken Griffey, and now him are the only guys that were actually leading in the season at the All-Star break with the most home runs and won the home run derby. Now, congratulations to Kyle Riley. He stayed consistent and pulled it off at the end. I mean, I was a little bit right about Tampa Bay's Junior Caminero. He did show off, man. He will be a household name really soon. Trust me. Hands Down Sports approved, my G. For real, for real. Now, Roker from Oakland, I mean, he didn't really go far, but, that dude got raw power. Woods looked good that first, round. Didn't get enough, but it's all good. But the man was Cruz from Pittsburgh. Wow, my G. His home run was like 500 and something feet. It went out of the stadium. It's crazy, man. I told you he had power, man. If you saw my video, I said Cruz has power. I said any one of these guys can easily win this home run derby. Buxton was somebody that I thought wasn't going to do much. And he proved me wrong, dogs. He did real good. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make it to the finals, but he was close, bro. And that was awesome. Minnesota Twin. He's the first, not the first, but the first one at the new stadium to get a cycle. And I think, he's on the list for, the few amount of Minnesota Twins ball players in their history that hit cycles before. So congratulations to him. Caminero, can't wait to see what else you got in store for us. Olsen, he did all right. He did like 16, 17 home runs. It looked good. I mean, Chisholm, my G. No sé qué te pasó, loco. You were talking about the guy. I just wanted to keep my regular swing to see if I can hit it over the fence. Maybe next year if you're invited, you'll try to swing for home runs. Want to mess up your swing? I got you. That has happened to other ball players. If I can remember, somebody that played for this team won the home run derby from Venezuela. I can't remember his name, my G, right now off the top of my head. But then after that happened, he didn't hit as many home runs as he was projected to because he had a great start just like Kyle Riley. But Um, just, say think about so loco, pero next time, my G, I know. The only reason I chose you, B, because you was gonna rock that shit real nice, dog. I know you was gonna rock it, and then probably take it to your jeweler and add stuff on it. You know what I mean? But hey, it went to Cal. What can you say? He's hitting bombs all day, every day. Let's get to some other stuff here. Now, the All-Star game was pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed it. It was I didn't get to. I was so tired, man. I went to sleep. The third out happened in the ninth. I knocked out, bro. So I didn't see much of it. I seen some highlights. Skeen looked good. You know what I'm saying? I did like the National League roster. I was happy to see De La Cruz out there. He was dope. Let me see here. I gotta pull up the stats, my G. That's what it is. I'm a huge baseball fan, but I don't like playing the baseball fantasy. I don't like it. Es demasiado para mí. But anyways, the All-Star game was 6-6. The box score. So of course, National League started off nice and hot, 2-0. Then added on 4 more runs in the 6th inning. But then in the top of the 7th, the American League scored 4 runs, and they scored the 2 runs in the top of the 9th. Then it went into extra innings where they did that home run situation there. Now let's see here. So American League, who did they thing over here? Okay. Oh yeah, like I said, home run derby participant Brent Rooker hit that three-run home run. It sounded great. I thought he crushed it so far. I thought it went out of the stadium, but it was just regular home run. But it sounded good. Oakland A's Jacob Wilson had a good game. I mean, he did get freaking 4 at bats. Good Lord. Was he the only one that got 4 at bats? Yeah, he got 4 at bats. Let me see here. He got 2 RBIs, 1 hit, and a run. He was all over the place. My guy, Bobby Witt Jr., I mean, he's the one that pretty much started it off, right? 2 RBIs, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 at bats. Whatever. Otani was all right. He got 1 hit out of 2 at bats. You see, Acuna got a hit, which was like a little infield thing, but it is what it is. I'll take it, bro. Marte did mad nice, son. Can tell Marte, he was the one that started off in that first inning with the 2 runs. So he ended up with 2 RBIs with 1 hit. Then Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals, he had a good game too, dogs. He had 2 hits, 1 run, 3 at bats. Pete Alonso hit that home run to right field. Oof. I was like, yeah, Pete, they need to pay you more. You know what I'm saying? Soto, ¿dónde tú estás? Yo, dogs, 3 RBIs, 1 hit, because it was a home run, and of course a run. So Pete Alonso crushed it right there. Oh, the other dude that hit a home run, little man, Corbin Carroll, he hit a home run to left field. 1 at bat, 1 run, 1 hit, 4 home run and an RBI, of course. Compare this All-Star game to the NBA's All-Star game, to the NFL Pro Bowl. The baseball, they do it right, man. I always thought that the NBA, or I still think, the NBA knows how to showcase their players. Like, you'll know their face. When it comes to All-Star games, you can do the NBA one, basketball. You can do the baseball one. You really can't do an All-Star game for the NFL, like to tackle like they used to. Now they have flag football and different types of events and, different games for the players. So it's a lot different now because, you gotta make sure these guys don't get hurt, man. That's why they would play the game at the end of the season after the Super Bowl was over, or the week before the Super Bowl. Those that didn't make the Super Bowl, that were in the Pro Bowl, would play. And when I grew up, they were tackling for real. You know what I'm saying? There were some hits that you're like, he's injured for the rest of the year. and the season just ended. But you know, that's why I like the MLB All-Star game, man. You get to see these guys, man. Their families are there. The stadium is packed. I mean, I gotta go to an All-Star game one day, my G. So, you know, since it was in Atlanta, you know, I just wanted to say, when I went to Atlanta to watch the Braves play, they were giving out my man's right here, Chip Jones, baby, Larry Wayne Jones Jr. His plaque for the, you know, Hall of Fame. Nice. Now, a ball player that would have been in the All-Star game, Jose Fernandez. I got his bobblehead right here, G. You're a Marlins fan? I'll sell it for $100,000. My G, you know this guy would have been at the All-Star game. Rest in peace, my guy. And for all y'all Yankee fans, you know, here it is, B. This is our version of Ohtani. Not really, but Tanaka, he was a good pitcher for the Yankees. Official, I got that bobblehead thanks to my brother. Appreciate you, brother. Now, I almost have 100 subscribers on my YouTube page, and I have Andre Dawson's plaque, Hall of Fame plaque here. I believe it was from when I went to the Marlins game. If I get to 100 subscribers, whoever that 100th person is, I'll send this to you, man. From the box, not this one though. This one is mine, but I got a few others. So, or if I get 1,000 likes on this video, you know, so thumbs up, my G. Get 1,000 likes, I'll pick somebody and I'll mail it to you, B, for free, G. You know what I mean? Andrew Dawson. Tú no lo conoce. He was Diesel, at least for the Cubs, B. I remember it when he played for the Cubs. You know, he was official. But that's my video. That's my show for today. You know, Starting Lineup Podcast, my G. This is how I do it, man. Yo, Chisholm, I got an interview, man. I gotta get an interview, my G. We don't have to talk about the home run derby, B. We'll talk about other stuff, your music. You know what I mean? How you bringing style to the New York Yankees, my G. You know what I mean? I love how you do it, man. It's official. Well, hasta la próxima, loco. Hands down sports.
Hands down, shit, you know what I mean?